Welcome to DROD'S MMA and Boxing, where you get the latest and the greatest about the extra stuff. Tatsuya Kawijiri is a veteran of the sport. He's fought for every organization that you can think of. He fought for Strikeforce, Pride, Bellator, and the UFC. He's fought everyone from Eddie Alvarez to Gilbert Melendez, and his most noticeable victory came over former Strikeforce champion and UFC vet Josh Thompson. So it was a surprise to many when he signed with Rizin back in October that he would call out Kron Gracie, considering the fact Kron only has 3 fights. But Kron, being the warrior he was, stepped up to the challenge, and here's the breakdown. Immediately, Kron steps up to the middle of the ring to let the veteran know that he's not going to be intimidated. He used that long jab, and it's also serves as a purpose to kind of get a gauge to find out where you're at and to manage your distance. He uses like a Stockton style of fighting where he doesn't throw hard punches, but he throws enough to kind of wear your opponent out. Most of the fight was spent in this clinch where both guys landed some great shots. Kawijiri landed some great knees, but eventually Kron will wear him down with this relentless pressure, and it would tire Kawijiri out. Eventually, Kron will do the taboo thing in MMA, which is pull guard. He pull guard because he's not worried about getting struck from the bottom. He has total confidence in his punch block defense, his Gracie Jiu Jitsu. He also doesn't care about points, which is why the first round was 10 minutes opposed to 5 minutes. The only problem is that Kron uses an aggressive guard in order to be more entertaining and to get the finish. If you follow Kron, you would know that he's not the type of person that will play safe. He's very aggressive. He's all about going for the kill. He is your modern day samurai. Saying that, he's very aggressive, which allows Kawijiri to be able to throw strikes of his own from the guard, and it also allows him to posture up to stand up. In this scenario, Kawijiri tries to go for the kill and monkey stop Kron, but Kron blocks it by kicking the thigh of Kawijiri and redirecting him. He uses like this calf slicer to be able to get up. In this exchange, Kawijiri is able to escape and get back to his feet. Kron, once again, both guys are in the clinch. Kron pulls guard again. Now, the most interesting thing here is this guard that Kron used. It's a high guard, and he uses his right arm under the armpit of Kawijiri to get to Kawijiri's back. Kawijiri is kind of stuck here because it's a triple threat from the bottom. Kron, if Kawijiri doesn't do anything, Kron will take the back. If Kawijiri tries to stand up and push off, which many people would do, then what will happen is Kron will actually pull off an armbar. Then there's also an inverted triangle from the bottom. So it's like a triple threat. So here we see both guys go down into this armbar position where Kron is trying to do the armbar, but he's belly down. And because he elected to use this inverted triangle to pull off the armbar, when they went belly down, he didn't have the leverage to break the arm because his leg wasn't over the face. Kawijiri thinks about tapping out to it, but realizes, the veteran he is, that Kron doesn't have the leverage to submit him. So he tries to do the traditional escape, which is walk around him, which is the proper defense to that. However, he can't get over Kron's body because of the ropes. You can't see it in the video, but he uses his hip to push Kron's hip to kind of break whatever leverage Kron has. And him having 10 submissions, he goes for a knee bar of his own. However, Kron will have none of it. He ends up getting up, taking Kawijiri's back. And from there, the round ends with a little bit of hand fighting and strikes from Kron. The second round, both guys comes out. Immediately, Kron recognizes his opponent is tired. He doesn't even bother with the dirty boxing. He gets into the clinch. He pulls guard again for a third time. Now he pulls guard, but once again, he's very aggressive from the bottom. And I'm pretty sure he knows how to utilize perfect defense. But however, Kron he's a lion. He's a warrior. So he allows Kawijiri to stand back to his feet. Kawijiri this time lands a good kick to the face, but gets over aggressive and tries to once again monkey stop him. This time, Kron used that calf slicer to get him to the ground. He takes his back. From here, he begins to utilize this great back mount. If you don't get anything else for the video, you got to get this. He uses this bottom hook to hook the top leg of Kawijiri, and he uses a shallow hook over the left leg as a shallow hook. What's so significant about this is that instead of the traditional back mount, which has many escapes, and Kawijiri probably would have stepped over and got his shoulders to the mat, he's not able to do that because of that one deep hook that controls the lower body of Kawijiri. Kawijiri's lower bottom is pinned to the mat, which stabilizes him in that back mount. Also, it's a great alternative for people who have stubby legs or who has inflexible ankles and you can't pull off the body triangle. This is a great guard to use. Kron stabilizes him. He ends up getting his hands under the chin. He goes for the choke. Fight's over. The best part of this match isn't the fact that Kron won. It's the respect afterwards. Martial artists showing respect to each other and realizing that it's just a sport and it's not real life. And that's what I took from it. I enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, hit like at the bottom, leave a comment at the bottom. Tell me what you think. This is DROD'S MMA Unboxing. Have a good day.